Oh, now you can see this. That's really cool. We have 14 viewers. That's solid.
Yeah, now you can hear it.
Oh no, they can hear us.
This is gonna be the downfall.
Okay, Mark,
Yeah.
Damn, video game reflexes. So many hours of working up.
Rescue.
You should tell a friend.
Oh yeah, it's not great.
Oh my god, yeah, I gotta say oh my god, that is the one time. The same video I was writing my meeting version. Yeah.
It's also you're getting all the points with the ramen.
Oh my god!
Worst thing in the world. Show me girls. You gotta look at me at the surgeries. You gotta open. Don't cut my heart too. I'll die. That's why you feel your hinge. I've been looking at it yesterday.
Oh my god. It's gonna read over you.
It's still water.
This guy.
What?
It notifies everybody on their notifications.
He said my mom.
Okay, your mom's
I can't see.
He's like, is your mom a doctor? I think the right one.
Dude,
No, it's like his
He also did good.
I have no idea if he's dead.
He talked to me.
You guys gonna join at like 7:30.
Look at this.
Yes,
We should meet sometime.
Wait, yeah, you can. How are you?
I was like, in honor.
We can't express me. You're next, Joe.
Oh, Yeah, that's right.
I really look forward to your reply.
Oh, this dude is weird.
Are you ready to talk, honey?
I'm winging it.
We. Nice. Really good. Is the mic on?
I said.
So everyone can hear us.
Yeah.
It's just
Should I
like.
plug my LinkedIn? Plug mine too. LinkedIn /
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Respectfully, hello, Jack.
Salutations, my good friend.
It is good to hear from you.
Oh, no. I had a class in Garcia's class. Yes. It's actually really good. I had all these people ask that. I don't feel sorry, like you like in a moment you remove your mouth, yeah. Sorry, just recorded in yeah. Probably, yeah. I saw some stuff has people. I feel like
Reese, do you have questions? Do you have questions? No, you can answer the questions. All right, cool. Okay. You guys ready? We'll get started.
Make sure you look at the camera, because last time we were like standing off the camera.
It's okay. Just watch her and she'll tell you to direct. We'll watch. We'll have some. Yo, slide to the left.
Slide to the right.
Hey,
Lance.
Hey.
Hello.
Yes.
It's kind of cold. Okay. Can everyone in the chat give me a thumbs up or whatever if you can hear me? Okay, cool. All right, let's get started then. Whew. All right. Welcome, guys, to the Spring 2022 Kickoff. Woo! I'm definitely excited. It's a new semester, so that means a lot of new things are coming up for this semester. So stay tuned till the end. And we have just so everyone has questions. So we have the AIS board in person, so we thought logistically it was a little bit easier to present. But we want to make this 100% virtual, so it's a more safer environment for you guys. If anyone had a question about that. So like I said, welcome to the Spring 22 Kickoff. Below you can see there's our social link. So if you just want to already go ahead and sign up on our socials, free to do that. We'll go ahead and get to the first slide. So you're probably excited about what our agenda is and what our plan is for today. So first off, we're going to talk about who we are, what is AIS, and all of that jazz. Then we're going to talk about who's running the show, our teams, and their introductions. Then we're going to talk about what we do. Then we're going to go into membership, a little bit about how you can join us as an organization. Then also talk about officer applications. If you want to be on the organizing side of things, this is a great way for you to do that. Then we'll invite our partner organizations on, and they'll speak a little bit about their organization for a couple of minutes. And then as a final thank you note at the end to just wrap up some things we talked about. So that's going to be our agenda for today. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. About us, all right? Who is AIS? So if you don't already know, the AIS stands for Artificial Intelligence Society. And so that's AIS. So our two goals here at AIS is to promote AI education here at UTD and our surrounding communities. So the way we do that is through a lot of different events that we do here at UTD. We also have outreach efforts that we've done in the past. And so we have different mediums to, promote AI education at UTD and also in our surrounding communities. The second thing is we make AI education opportunities available to everyone here, regardless of major and previous experience. I'm sure a lot of you in the chat were probably intimidated or probably still intimidated by, the word AI itself, right? You don't know what it means. You don't know what it do. It's kind of like a black box to you, right? And so our goal here and part of our mission statement is to make sure that everyone gets a chance to learn and at least appreciate the technology of how far it's come from the past. So going from our mission into like the main goals, one, we want to demystify the field of AI. So kind of replace that intimidation with a more appreciation for it. We also want to replace your fear with passion and complexity with simplicity so that you will understand more of what the word AI means and the different paradigms that come along with it. And lastly, as I've been saying, we also want you to develop appreciation. Even though you may not use AI in your daily life or you may never use it in your entire life, at least understanding what this technology does, its implications, and how it will transform into future generations is really important as we progress. So with that being said, you have a little bit of kind of background on what AI is about, why we do what we do. Let's go and talk about who's running the show. So let's go into our team introductions. So I guess I'll start off with me. My name is Sanjeev Penupala. I'm president here at AIS. Thank you. So I guess as the title says, being president, I try to make sure that, I'm running a show correctly, making sure that all the teams are getting what they need in terms of setting up the events and setting up resources for y'all and bringing in new ideas that can make our org grow along with our community. And so I guess a little bit about me. I'm a senior here studying computer science at UTD, planning to do fast track into master's in CS with a concentration in data science. So kind of, similar to what AIS is all about. I guess fun fact about me, if you guys know what Hot Ones is, I actually did the Hot Ones challenge with my friends the other day. So it's like, you get the lowest spiciest sauce, the highest spicy sauce, which is about I think 2 million Scoville units. So I did all 10 without milk or water. So yeah, I guess pat on the back for me for that. But that's a little bit about me. I'm going to go and pass out to Utsav to talk a little bit about myself.
Hey, my name is Utsav. I'm the Vice President of Community Events, CS Senior. And in terms of interest or fun fact, I like to listen to a lot of music and stuff like that and keep up with fantasy football, fantasy basketball.
So unfortunately, we don't have two of our executives today. So on their behalf, I'm going to go ahead and present for them. Give me 1 second. So Rushi, who is our Vice President of Conference Events, what he does is he basically sets up large-scale events here at UTD, such as competitions and conferences for our entire community to participate in, and as well extended to people outside of UTD as well. A little bit about himself: he's a sophomore studying computer science here at UTD alongside a pre-med track. And I guess a little fun fact about him is he once got lost in a jungle for a week in India. And he told me to say, if you want to learn more about that story, you should definitely join AIS. Next up, we have Ruchita, who is our treasurer here at AIS. She's a senior majoring in cognitive science and on fast track program for masters in applied cognition and neuroscience. She's in charge of all financial affairs at AIS, as well as our fundraising efforts here. Fun fact about Ruchita is she has lived in 5 countries. So, woo! Then next, I'm going to let Allison present herself.
Hey, my name is Allison Chang. I'm the secretary of AIS. I'm the
freshman ITS major, and my job is to do like the form stuff, so recruitment, SOC stuff. Yeah, pretty fun. Love forms. Fun fact about me is I have over 700 hours in Overwatch, and I've played on 3 teams in the past. Never won, but I played support really well. So yeah, that's me. Passing it on to the directors.
Okay, so next up we have our directors, and unfortunately 2 of our directors couldn't be here, so Allison will present on behalf of them. So first up is Camille.
Hi, I'm back again. So Camille Bukhari is a senior in computer science, and he's currently fast tracking into a master's in computer science with a concentration in intelligence systems. Pretty cool stuff. And he's the tech director, which basically means he's a director of the tech team, which does software development for our AIS, which is our website, our Discord bot, and much more. And a fun fact about him is that he likes to play racing sims, which is basically a video game for professional racing, even though he himself does not race professionally. Still cool though. Yay. So now we have Lamb coming up.
Alright, hey guys, I'm Lam. So I am the operations director for AIS. I'm a senior majoring in ITS like Allison, and I will also be fast tracking into the Masters for Information Technology Management program, a whole mouthful. So that's that. My team is responsible for handling logistics. So that includes things like booking a room, making sure that our events are set up well and are recorded for later reference, and so that make sure that everybody gets the best out of the events that we host. Here are the officers on my team. We have Prisha Sharuk, Scott, and Lokesh. And finally, a fun fact about myself is that I have a natural mechanism where if I'm really close to being full, I get 3 hiccups. And so that's when I know to stop eating. Yay!
I'm also going to introduce Lakhno. She's our marketing director. She's currently a sophomore in computer science, and she's the marketing director, which means that she is in charge of the marketing team, which does graphic design, and they do strategies for a marketing team to help spread AI to you guys. And a fun fact about her is that if you see someone at ECSW at 4 a.m., it's probably her. Comp sci life.
Pain.
So yeah. Now we have our board directors.
Oh, wrong slide. My fault. Let's try that again. All right, next up we have Vagnesh.
What's poppin', everybody? My name is Vagnesh, or Viggy. I'm a senior computer science major with a minor in entrepreneurship. Yes, I am that guy. So I am the director of AIM, which is a program we'll learn more about later on today. One fact about me, I love Topo Chico. I know it's not good for your teeth, but it's mineral water. It makes me feel bougie when I'm not. So that's me. And my boy Rami here, he's also one of the officers that works in AIM.
All right, next up we have Neha on stream, who's going to introduce herself virtually.
Hi everyone, I'm Neha and I'm a sophomore majoring in CS. I'm the industry director for AIS and I work with my amazing industry coordinators, Sameen, Reese, and Stephanie. And basically our team's role involves bringing in awesome companies to come and do events with AIS, so you will have the opportunity to learn more about AI and how it's used to solve problems in the real world in like many different types of industries, ranging from auto to finance to healthcare. It's also a great way for you to network with company representatives and hopefully land that dream role. So a fun fact about me is that I enjoy hiking with my family.
Go Neha! All right, thank you for that introduction. So, wait, do we have one more? I think we have one more. Oh, let's go back. Okay, so Rachita, who I introduced earlier, she's also the lead for the finance team as treasurer, and her officers are Deepika and Jonathan, who are 2 great officers who've been helping us with all our fundraising efforts. Next up, we have Aaron Chang.
Hey guys. My name is Aaron Chang. I'm currently a sophomore majoring in math and CS. And I'm the content director. And basically what we do is that we're in charge of all the content that we put out, such as workshops, or we had a Kaggle competition before, and then we have a bunch of talks. And we basically get a bunch of things for you guys, the members, to enjoy and learn from, and just explore the world of artificial intelligence. As you can see, I have one of the biggest teams because we have a lot of content to put out, and I would love for you guys to join my team through officer applications that we have out that we're going to talk about later. And then a fun fact about me is that I was named one of the top uprising jazz pianists when I was in high school. So if you ever see me playing in Deep Ellum every once in a while, or you just want to jam, reach out to me.
All right, thanks for that, Aaron. So I believe that's basically it from our side of the board. Next up, we have our faculty and amazing sponsor, Dr. Gordon Arnold. I'm going to bring on stream. Give me 1 second. All right, Dr. Arnold, I believe you're on stream.
Are you sure people actually want to see me?
I believe we can hear you now.
Well, I am here. I have been the faculty sponsor for many years. I look forward to many more. You guys are always doing a wonderful job.
So Dr. Gordon Arnold is going to give a 5-minute speech on a certain topic that we chose. I guess these slides are a little bit faulty. Give me 1 second. All right, Dr. Arnold, if you want to go ahead and give your keynote speech for the kickoff.
I can do that. I can do that. Artificial intelligence. A lot of people come into this not knowing what exactly that means. I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. Can I do anything to help with that?
Let me try to mute myself probably. Let me see how that works.
In any case, artificial intelligence is very simply doing stuff that it would normally take a person to do. Okay. Ray Kurzweil said it's the art of creating machines that perform functions that require intelligence when performed by people. Richard Bellman, the automation of activities that we associate with human thinking, activities such as decision-making, problem-solving, and learning. The idea of artificial intelligence goes a long way back. Some of the examples you see here, the image on the left is actually effectively a wind-up robot that signs thank you cards. That is something that you wouldn't think something out of the 17th century could actually do. But yeah, of course, now on the other end here, we have self-driving cars and Terminators. So, it's a toss-up as to whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Can you give me the next slide? History of AI goes a long way back. Even before the 4th century BC, where I have Aristotle on here, there were stories of the gods like Hephaestus building robots, right? But in the 4th century, Aristotle used syllogistic logic. Reports, I don't know that we've ever actually been able to confirm it, but reports of the first programmable automata in the 13th century, Al-Jazari made a boat that played music as it went down the stream. In the 17th century, Descartes, that Descartes, the Cartesian coordinate system, I think, therefore I am, said that bodies are nothing more than machines And shortly thereafter, Thomas Hobbes wrote Leviathan, which gave his 2 cents on the exact same topic. 1818, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We didn't get the first use of the word robot until 100 years later. Then we had the Church Turing thesis, the Turing test. If you guys are not familiar with that, that was can you create a machine that a person could not tell the difference between a person and another person and that machine? In 69, perceptrons, which was the beginning of neural nets, came out. But there were problems with perceptrons. Neural nets tried to correct that with complexity. Vapnik in 93 comes out with SVMs. 97, a computer finally beats a chess master. 2011, a computer beats a Jeopardy master. 2012, Google actually puts an AI on the internet, and it looks through all the images and comes up with the fact that it can now recognize cats. Of all the images out on the internet, I guess cats is a good choice to be able to find. In 2014, there was actually a chatbot by the name of Eugene Goostman that passes a Turing test. Actually was able to convince people it was a person. And shortly thereafter, we have computers beating people at Go, which is infinitely more complex than chess. So all of these things are, milestones, but it doesn't really address, it's a little history, but it doesn't really address some of the common ideas and concerns. Next slide. These are frequently asked questions. Notice it is frequently asked questions, not actually answers. These are things we don't necessarily have an answer for as of yet. If you guys are interested and you join AIS, maybe you can be the next genius that answers these questions. But is human intelligence reducible to a mathematical algorithm we can perform on a computer? We don't know. My personal opinion is I don't think so. I think there's more to human beings than just mathematical intelligence, but no proof. So it's something to consider. Can a machine have consciousness? Can it have emotions? For that matter, if it can pretend to have emotions and you can't tell the difference, does it matter whether or not it has consciousness and emotions? Can computers be creative? Will machines take over all of our jobs? Will they take over the world and or exterminate all humans? That one I'm pretty confident is a no, but I'd really hate to be proven wrong. And will it be possible to create an artificial intelligence that would be able to build a better or faster artificial intelligence? That is actually something that people are currently working on. Next slide. Before we get to that, though, this is supposed to be 3 separate images, so I don't think you guys can actually tell what they are. But there are some problems with the way we are handing over our lives to artificial intelligence. And one thing that I have seen AIS address and is going to need to be addressed much, much more in the future is that of these types of dilemmas and the ethics involved with artificial intelligence. For example, and you've probably seen something like this in the news, self-driving cars. When a self-driving car gets in an accident, who do you sue? Do you blame the driver? The person behind the wheel, not necessarily the driver. Do you blame the software developer? Do you blame the car manufacturer? Who is responsible when an AI hurts and or kills somebody? For that matter, can we make an AI that is an efficient killer of people? Well, the image behind that is one of an artificial intelligence that was given no information whatsoever other than it was set up to play Doom. And in a very short period of time, if you're not familiar with Doom, person shooter, classic, in a very short period of time, it was capable of beating human players soundly. So AIs can do better than humans at things like pointing and shooting. AI in art. Anybody who is an artist will give you a different definition of art than anybody else who is an artist. But can artificial intelligence create art? If it can, what's the point of humans doing the same thing? And if what AI is doing is not art, then what makes what humans do art instead? Again, these are some moral, ethical type things that we just don't have the answers to yet. Next slide. When we break down artificial intelligence, there are two categories, strong and weak. Strong AI, the strong AI theory says that AI can be created to understand things and to have a consciousness. Weak AI says that it can, we can only emulate understanding and consciousness. John Searle, came up with his Chinese room argument that basically showed that a system can appear to have understanding without actually understanding. And some people think this is a big deal, some don't. Some say, well, we need to see if we can actually create consciousness. Others say, well, if we can't tell the difference, does it make a difference? We also have the concepts of general AI, which would be an AI that can solve any problem, versus a narrow AI, which is designed to solve a specific problem. As of right now, all of the AI that we have is very specific, is very narrow. We do not have general purpose AI like you see in movies where they say, computer, do something, and the computer does it, right? No. All the AI we have right now is very limited, very narrow. Can we have something more powerful than that? Again, don't know. That is open season in artificial intelligence. Next slide. If you are interested in artificial intelligence, there are classes you can take here at UTD. You will notice that most of the undergraduate classes are senior level and in the computer science department. The graduate level courses are, of course, all in the CS department. But be aware that you don't have to be a CS major to get in and to understand how artificial intelligence works and how to use it. Okay. And by the way, it does not take a significant CS education to do those things, right? To come up with some type of, maybe to answer some of the questions we talked about, or to come up with a new method of artificial intelligence, yeah, you're going to want a PhD somewhere, probably. But just to be able to see it, to appreciate it, to make use of it, to make your life easier, you don't need all that. What you need is AIS. Next slide. And to quote our founder, AIS's founder, Brian, AI is badass. It is stuff that surrounds us all the time. You cannot get through your day without running into something that is artificially intelligent in some way. The big question is, are you going to be able to understand it, to appreciate it, and to make the best use of it? And that's where this group excels in helping you do that. That's all I got, guys.
We're all clapping for you. We're muted. Sorry for the awkward silence.
No worries. No worries.
But thank you so much for that keynote speech, Dr. Arnold. We really appreciate it. I think we all took some big key takeaways from that. So thank you again. All right. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and get into what we do. So give me 1 second. So from what, Dr. Arnold talked about, now we're going to kind of specifically dive into how we can, provide you guys opportunities, those learning opportunities, in terms of events, what we do, or in terms of workshops and stuff like that. So we're going to have our first person come up for that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, there you go. We're going to have Uta talk about our community events that we do for you guys.
All right, so community events is basically handling any kind of event on campus or in the local community that is not related to hackathons, essentially. We do basically all of the other events. Some of the past events that we've done that were pretty popular or successful were like the AI internship job panel, where we brought like an IBM AI director in the Dallas area and a machine learning engineer from Mr. Cooper to talk about like just how to interview or how the recruitment and all that process works for like AI or machine learning jobs in comparison to like your regular SE jobs. We've also done talks with companies like Cisco where they talk about like how they're using AI and the opportunities they have. And then of course we have workshops led by like our projects team, which is led by Aaron. So those are like a variety of workshops we do over like AI concepts and just doing like direct applications where students can attend and like apply themselves to that. Some upcoming events that we have are we are planning on doing a local AI startup panel. So we're planning on bringing two to three local startups in the Dallas area that specialize in AI or use it. And they're going to talk about just, about themselves, the startups and like the startup scene in Dallas area. And then we plan on doing a technical workshop about adversarial AI and checkers led by a great AI workshop member, Ryan.
Thanks for giving a rundown on our events that are coming up and kind of what community events does here at AIS. Next up, we're going to have our conference events. So since, our Vice President Rushi is not here to talk on his behalf. So Conference Events Committee here at AIS, we're all about, as I said previously, about providing cutting edge tools and first-hand coding experience in AI. By bridging the gap between industry and students. So what does that exactly mean? So as I said, it's kind of like bringing large scale events such as competitions, for example, to y'all and connecting you with companies that can provide challenges and as well as opportunities for y'all to grow and learn. So past events that we have done within conference events, for example, is Hack Reason. So some of y'all actually might have participated in this. This was hosted by Dr. Gupta in conjoined with AIS. And so Hack Reason happened for about 3 iterations, if I believe so, and it's been successful and been growing for the past years. So if Hack Reason is something you guys are interested for next semester, next year, then definitely stay tuned for that. But in other news, we also have upcoming events. So we have Hack AI that's hosted by us, yours truly, coming in April, absolutely open soon. So definitely stay excited for that. We're trying to plan this really big in person. Hope, fingers crossed, COVID doesn't screw us over, but we'll see how that goes. So like I said, absolutely opening soon. You can probably estimate it around in February, early February. So check our website for that or on our socials. Some other upcoming talks that we have are actually industry led by Neha and her team. And so we invite companies, for example, and we have them talk about their company and their product, maybe recruiting opportunities possibly. So we're trying to offer you guys a lot of different avenues for you to interact with external resources. Next up, we have our third committee. I guess we'll have Biggie talk about this.
Okay. Hi, everybody. What's poppin'? So, Biggie here again. I'm going to talk about AIM. So, in the past, AIM was a great program, and we were able to get machine learning projects out for both students and have mentors set in. But let me tell you something. This year is different. This year's, it's about drive. Okay? It's about drive. Okay? We're trying to, most people make machine learning models and they don't actually deploy it. And in the real world, you don't do that. You put that into production on the cloud, or on prep, just like on the cloud, right? But we're trying to get people to have more like practical experience in machine learning and AI. So that's what this program is kind of transitioning to. So we are still teaching people kind of like the fundamentals of like AI and ML, but our focus is on machine learning ops or like operations, kind of like DevOps, and applied ML. So we want you to have projects that actually have some sort of like quote unquote business impact on whatever business case your mentor chooses. So that's kind of like a brief overview on our program. There are 2 links down there, smash that like button. Click that link when you get that chance, and please apply. And we'd love to read your applications, learn more about our members, and if you're able to apply, you have a good one. And don't worry, you get some bomb ass shirts with the program. Yeah. It's about drive. Empower. Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech about drive, Biggie. We appreciate it. So next up, let's see what we have here. So I guess something you guys have probably been waiting for, we're giving you all of these information about what we're doing, who we are. Now it's kind of a way for you guys to get involved. So let's talk a little bit about membership. So what is it about? All right. So I guess in my words, I would put it as a way to elevate your experience and learning here at AIS. So I guess just a disclaimer, all of our events and our resources, what we do is completely free of charge and is accessible to everyone. I mean, literally everyone. Any major here at UTD can just pop up an event, learn something new, any workshop, any talk that we give, and you have it all. Membership is a little bit different in a sense that we have some exclusive types of events and different perks for members here at AIS. And it's a much smaller, tight-knit community. And so, like I said, there are cool benefits and it's completely free to apply. And I'll talk a little bit about that more. So let me explain the why. So we started membership just literally last semester as a beta test to see if it would do good or if it would do poorly. And so we got a lot of constructive feedback on our membership program. And so this semester, we're trying to make some new changes, bring some new perks to y'all so that, we can have a better membership program and a tight-knit community. So the first bullet point is having a quality community rather than quantity community, right? We feel like that being a member of AIS, we don't want to have a bunch of people just come in one room and sit down, right? Those of different interests per se. Having a large group, we feel like we can't develop y'all's learning experience as much unless you had a group of passionate students and peers next to you who wanted to have the same learning experience and opportunities given and develop it 3 to 4 years here at UTD, right? You want to learn with those with a like mindset as yours. And so that's what the membership is offering. The second point is, like I said, we want to develop individuals whose interests align with their goals, right? If you're really passionate about this field, then you're in a really good spot to developing that passion even further and exploring different avenues and paradigms such as, natural language processing, deep learning, reinforcement learning, anything that you might be interested in. And the third reason is we really just want to give back to the community, right? AIS is literally here to just provide y'all with opportunities and resources as much as we can to the best of our ability. And membership is one of the best ways that we are able to do that. It honestly requires more effort on our parts than anything to do this membership program. So if anything, it's just a benefit for y'all and, really just snatch that opportunity if something like this is being given to you guys. And so those are kind of the what and the whys of why, we're doing this membership program in the first place. So let's talk a little bit more about the benefits, which you might be interested of why is it cool to be an AIS member. So one of the things I kind of talked about was the quality community, right? People with like-minded, interests and passions. So you get a member-only network, and so that's consists of, we have a Discord server. You get your own private categories with other members if you want to interact with them. The next one is one-on-ones. So one thing we realize is really valuable is learning the experience of peers who have more experience than you, have done it all basically. And so everyone here at AIS has experience, whether it comes to internship, whether it comes to just college life in general. So we offer a variety of one-on-ones such as Ask Me Anythings, resumes, and anything how you want to set up that one-on-one to be. And so that's kind of a benefit we want to offer y'all. The third one is temporarily serving on committees. So the way it works is being an officer of AIS requires a lot of commitment and dedication, and we understand not everyone's available to do that or sign up for it. So the best way we can think of you guys trying to at least be on the organizing and helping side of AIS is temporarily serving on one of our committees. So we have community and conference, and we also have the AIM program. And so we try to find tasks or certain opportunities within the committees where they all can give your advice or your input, or even work on a certain project that we have for y'all for that, I guess month or 2 months, however long it takes. And then, if you like what you see, essentially, this is a great way for y'all to kind of transition to being officer maybe future semesters. And so this is just a kind of a trial run for members to try out how we are on the other side of AIS. The fourth one is member-only events. So one of the good things about member-only events is we can tailor content to y'all because we know what your passions, your interests are, rather than if it's just a general crowd, we have to kind of generalize our content and may not be right for everyone. So member-only events gets you that tailored content, and also besides just workshops and other types of AI talk type events, we also have socials. So that's also fun. You get to interact with other members in your community. So that's also a plus side to it. And finally, we also have access to AIS merch, because who doesn't love swag drip like this? So that's one thing we're going to give you guys as members, which is an exclusive benefit. The other two that I have that are pending, these are perks that we want to offer you guys, but we're not able to just quite yet due to lack of resources. And but don't worry, in future semesters, we're going to try vigorously to get these perks ready for y'all. And so being a member automatically means you get these perks in future semesters to come. So that's just a little rundown of what our benefits are for y'all. So given that, you have all this awesome stuff with the membership community here at AIS, but we also have expectations from our end, all right? So we have an attendance quota that we want members to meet every semester. And this is basically what it states. It states that each member should attend 3 events hosted by AIS every semester, as well as 1 event per month. All right. And so I guess if you think about it, it could be like, hey, I attended an event in February, March, April. There, boom, you're done. Right. Even that's just the minimum we are expecting of you guys as members. But we also understand that there might be some weeks where you're just really, really busy that you can't, attend events or might not be able to meet the quota. So in terms of that, our leniency way of showing you guys is we want to give you all exemption chance for the per month quota. So this will excuse you for not being able to attend one of our events during one of the months. So for this semester, we're requiring people for the 1 event per month to attend in February, March, and April. Those are your 3 months that you are required to attend events in. But like I said, if there is some things such as exams, for example, where you can't attend events in a certain week or month, then you'll be excused for that month. And so that only applies for the 1 event per month. And so I guess in terms of the consequences, if you fail to meet this attendance quota, even with the exemption policy, this will result in a termination of your AIS membership. But we're giving you a chance to appeal, just in case if there is some valid and verified reason of why you weren't able to meet your attendance quota. So we're not all cruel devils here at AIS. So that's a little bit about the expectations we have for your membership. Now, I guess to the good part, how do you apply? So the AIS membership literally just opened today. Literally, I guess in the afternoon. So if you guys, this is something you're interested in, or even if you have more questions, you can definitely ask us about it and we'll be more than happy to answer. But if you're interested in applying and So from, like I said, from our previous iteration, this is gonna be a second iteration. So there's a lot more stuff we can do, and you guys being part of our community helps improve the quality of the membership program. So please apply. We definitely, have a lot of new stuff coming this semester, as well as for our previous members. If you're watching, we have a lot of new stuff for y'all. So stay tuned for that. So the apply link is aict.org/member/apply. The deadline for this is Monday, January 31st at 11:59 p.m. CST. So keep that in mind. So you guys have a little bit over a week to apply for this. So if this is something you're interested in, like I said, definitely apply. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions if you guys have any. All right, next up, we have officer and AIM applications, and we'll have Allison present these.
Hey. So basically we're recruiting right now. So if you're interested in industry stuff, you want to meet cool industry people like Stephanie and Reese and other people. If you want to be a graphic designer, you want to create cool, awesome graphics. Do you want to be a marketing strategist? You can try to come up with ways to help spread our word, like through SOC, through basically anything that helps get our brand across. Product developer, if you want to create cool projects, and software developer, if you want to create software that we can use to help with our websites or Discord bots or anything you can think of, really. So applications are going to be due tomorrow night. So if you're interested, apply today and tomorrow. And they're really fast. Shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes unless you want to go really into detail, but they're not super long applications. So if you're interested, definitely apply. And yeah, apply.
For real.
For real.
For real.
And then now we have AIM. And AIM director will come up and talk about it.
Hi, everybody. What's popping again? So here are the applications for our project lead and mentee. See that cool design? That's great. Sanjeev, top notch right there. And just apply there. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Discord or just ask questions on the Discord chat on general or just on ask questions. Any questions about the application? It is a fairly long one, not as cool as yours. So there's some open responses. And we'd love, if you have any questions, any clarifications, feel free just to ask. And we're just here for you. And if you have any questions, again, post on that Discord and you should be fine. Yeah.
All right, thanks for that, Biggie. Okay, so those are other two ways in terms of the organizing side of things you guys can apply. So next up, I guess enough about us. Let's hear for our partner organizations that will be coming up and they'll be talking a little bit about their organization and what they offer. So I believe the first one up is going to be ACM. Give me 1 second. All right, Rachel, I think you're on.
Hello, I am Rashmi, one of the vice presidents of the Association for Computing Machinery, or ACM for short, and our goal is to build a more collaborative computing community, and we achieve this through our 7 divisions, which support our programs, hackathon, workshops, and more. To start off, we have open applications for all 4 of our programs. In ACM projects, you'll build an app in a team environment supported by a mentor working in the industry. In ACM research, you'll work on research projects which explore various subfields of computer science guided by UTD professors. In our technical interview prep program, you can prep for coding interviews through workshops and team-based problem-solving sessions. And lastly, in our mentor program, you'll get a mentee or mentor to help you navigate college life and a bunch of opportunities for fun socials. Our other divisions include ACM Media, who creates all our designs and handles marketing. ACM Engineering builds and maintains our club's infrastructure using tech such as React, Node, and MongoDB. And last but not least, HackUTD is the largest hackathon in Texas and happens every fall. It's a great way to innovate and learn as you work on software or hardware projects over a weekend with all of the food and swag you could want. And if any of those sound interesting, we're currently recruiting for officers in all 3 of those divisions. You can find applications for those officer apps and for our programs at the link on the right of the slide. And we're also having our kickoff next Monday, the 24th at 7 p.m. So feel free to come to learn more in depth about all that we offer and ask any questions. We're also having a $50 Amazon gift card raffle for those who attend. So who doesn't love free money? And find out more information about that on our Discord, which is the link on the left. Thank you all for listening, and thanks to AIS for inviting us. I hope all of you all have a good rest of your night.
Oh!
Thank you. Thank you for that reframe. Appreciate it. All right, next up, I believe we have Matthew from CSG. Give me 1 second.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Matt. I'm with CSG. CSG is the Computer Security Group here at UTD. And what we like to do is we like to cause mayhem. We like to hack and break things. And sometimes we like to learn how to defend against breaking things. So this semester, along with every other, we do talks every week, normally on Wednesdays, but we'll announce all the date and times for everything as the as the semester progresses. At the moment, our kickoff is planned for February 9th, but if you'll see that website link and join our Discord, we'll be able to keep you guys up to date on all that stuff. So some of the talks we're thinking about this semester just right now, we take input on the talks. If you guys have any suggestions, we'd be glad to hear them, and we'd be glad to explore them and give a talk on it. But right now we have some stuff about embedded systems, talk on Python, analyzing hacking scenes from films, and we also have a lot of companies that come and talk as well on occasions. We usually have Paycom, State Farm, and Qualcomm, but like I said, we'll keep you guys updated on Discord. So if you guys join with the link there, yeah, we'll keep you updated. Thank you.
Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, I believe we have Rushi from IEEE.
So IEEE is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. So a couple things I want to mention is that our general meeting is February 1st. We encourage everyone to show up and see if you find anything that interests you through any of our events that we have. So we have the Forge, which work on semester or year-long projects. You just have to apply to them and find something that you like, and you'll work with the team throughout the semester. Another project that we have, another thing that we're starting is Comet Hack. So Comet Hack is our hackathon. It just started last year, so this is the second year of us doing Comet Hack. We're really looking forward to it being in person and having more student involvement this year. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is to make sure to join our Discord and stay updated, because we do a lot of different events throughout the year. We'll have a lot of speakers. We'll have a lot of tech events. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tinkercad and stuff. As long as we stay virtual, we'll do stuff with Tinkercad. Once we move to in-person, we'll do a lot more hands-on events using our MSPs that we're given to in class. And there's a lot of tutoring that goes on. If you ever have a question with any of your classes that we support, mostly freshman and sophomore level classes, you can always drop in the tutoring on Discord. And once we move in person this semester, you can drop in at any of the in-person sessions that go on. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or reach out to join our Discord and ask anything in the general chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Rushi. Appreciate it. All right. Next up, let's see who we have. Next up, we have Victoria from ITSLC.
Hi, everyone. My name is Victoria Garcia, and I'll be representing the ITSLC, which stands for ITS Leadership Council. Our goal is to be a resource and support system for ITS students. We host coffee chats, speaker series with major companies, such as last semester, we hosted one with tech consultants from EY, Deloitte, and PwC, which was a great networking opportunity, and a variety of other workshops. Most recently, we started a tutoring program for those in intro ITS courses. And although you have to be an ITS student to be part of the council, Our activities are open to any majors and anyone who's interested in technology. For example, coming up in February, we'll be hosting a product management workshop with Cisco, which is really exciting. So please connect to our socials on the screen to learn more about times, dates, and when to sign up. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria, for that. We appreciate it. All right. Next up, we have Women Who Compute, and we'll have Nicole up on the screen.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Nicole. I'm the president of Women Who Compute. And at Women Who Compute, our mission is to support and celebrate women in technology careers. And we do this by hosting events that provide professional and personal development, as well as mentorship opportunities as well. So we host a very large variety of events. We invite a lot of companies over for industry and career talks, talking about what it's like working at that company and what technologies they're using. We host technical workshops such as portfolio building and using Postman API. And these are in collaboration sometimes with the companies and sometimes with some of the partner organizations you're hearing about tonight. And most notably, we have our speed mentoring event every semester. And speed mentoring, as we like to say, is pretty much like speed dating, except instead of going in looking for a potential date, you might leave with a potential referral or interview or just a new mentor. I know many people who have gotten referrals and interviews by attending this event. I know I myself have gotten a referral for this event. And even if you don't, this event is just a great way to network. For example, it's I went my freshman year and the people I met there, I still keep in touch, even though, they're not the ones referring me and stuff, but it's still really nice to have someone who's experienced in the field to just sort of be on your side and offer you that support. So I definitely recommend coming to speed mentoring, where you get to just have more meaningful conversations as opposed to just going to a career fair where you're struggling to stand out among hundreds of students attending. And we also offer community outreach opportunities through our Ladies in Tech mentoring program that we hold in collaboration with SWE. And this program is very similar to the freshman mentor program, except it's specifically focused for underclassmen and technology majors. And then finally, definitely check out our sister organization, Girls Who Code, which focuses on outreach to encourage young girls in high school to go into STEM or help them learn more about STEM, and Women in Cybersecurity, which focuses on, as the name suggests, women in cybersecurity. Again, we've got some really great events coming up, and we'd love for you to come and grow with us. And yeah.
Thank you for that, Nicole. We appreciate it. All right. Next up, I believe we have SWE, and we're going to have Maha up on the screen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maha. I'm the president of the Society of Women Engineers this year. So we have a lot of different programs and events. So we have industry events to connect you to recruiters and different engineers, both in computer science and in engineering. And then we also have some outreach and volunteering events like high school panels and refugee students, and then socials. And every year we take a certain number of students to attend the Women Engineers Conference. And so just this past fall, we took a group of students to attend the conference in Indianapolis. And typically our SWEsters leave with internships, job offers and interviews and stuff, and also new connections. And then some of our programs include our hackathon, which is WeHack, and it's coming up this semester in April. Our registration for that hackathon is going to open up next week, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And then we also have our Lit MP, our Ladies in Tech mentoring program that Nicole just mentioned. And then we also have our education team and our competition program, SWE-Match. So please do connect with us. You can use our link tree for all of our different links. And we have our kickoff next week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So definitely be there. Thank you.
Thank Ma, for that. All right. Last but not least, I believe we have UX Club, and we'll have video for that.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Vidhi, and I'm representing the UX Club. This club has been around since 2014 with the goal of spreading awareness around user-centered design on campus. For those who don't know, UX is kind of, UX designers are the people that ensure that a user's experience with any kind of app or website is as amazing as possible. So you can think of it as a more artsy side to the tech industry that we have. So if you've ever heard about the word and want to learn more, or just want to get started within the field, UX Club is the perfect place for that. We hold everything from workshops to conferences, talks, socials, everything you can think of, and you'll be able to find an amazing community for UX here at the UX Club. So please use that QR code to get all the links for our socials. We do have our kickoff coming up on the 25th, so do attend that. And we have our yearly conference coming up in March, I believe. So please look out for that. And thank you, AIS, for having us.
Thank you, Vivi. All right. I believe that's it for our partner orgs. So before I kind of go on to the next thing, I just want to say thank you again for all of our partner orgs for coming up, presenting, your organization, what you all do. Really appreciate it a lot. So I guess just something I want to say is, even though, there's a lot of different, orgs with different disciplines, I actually strongly recommend y'all to at least try for one, even if AIS is not your cup of tea. The reason I say this is because your experience here at UTD, there's a lot of things that shape it, but I'll say one of the most influential for me was probably joining organizations here on campus, being part of the programs they offer, meeting other members. I mean, some of my friends actually come through these organizations. So I guess I got to thank organizations for me for having a social life, as I say it. But so, even if, like I said, AIS is not your cup of tea, if it's not something that particularly interests you, but something else that our partners said, really sparked within you, I really recommend you all to go out and try their events and their programs. I think you really appreciate it a lot. So quote me on that. So the next thing we have up is our upcoming events. So it's really just one main thing that lists have kind of mentioned, and I just want to, market it for y'all. So we have our first ever AIS event for the semester coming up, which is Learning Adversarial AI with Checkers Workshop. This is going to be a really cool event, and I think you'll learn a lot from it and really develop that appreciation aspect that I was telling y'all as part of our goals here at AIS. So this is going to be held next Friday, January 28th at 7 p.m. CST. So be on the lookout for that. As according to UTD policy, first 3 weeks of school is going to be virtual. So in accordance to that, our events for the first 3 weeks are going to be virtual as well. But after that, we're hoping to do in-person events. So maybe you guys will definitely come out to those as well, and I think it'd be really great meeting y'all in person too. So mark this for your calendars, and all of this information is also on our website, aisut.org, if you ever forget. So don't fret. But yes, I'm hoping to see a lot of people come up to this event. I think this is a really cool intro event to AI. All right, so next up we have, I guess this is some closing remarks. So if you already haven't join our Discord. Our Discord is kind of our community of people who are, I guess, AI enthusiasts, who are just, don't know anything about AI, want to learn something, or people who are like professionals. There are some, definitely not me, but there are definitely others who are really good at what they do. So in order to interact with everyone, interact with us, talk to officers, ask questions about anything we discuss, join the Discord server. It's basically our, community platform for anything and everything. So if you haven't already, go ahead and sign this link. Or sign in with a QR code. And if you missed any of the links that we have here, like I said, our website is our go-to. So any of like the AIM applications, the officer applications, or even the member applications, if you want to go to those, you can go to aisut.org/join, and it has all three of those links just for you in one, 3 little neat boxes. So this is for you guys. Like I said, we really want to give back to the community, try to offer a lot of opportunities and learning growth, things we can, organize and collaboratively, do for y'all. So If anyone has any questions, like I said, you can stick around, ask in the chat for the, I guess, the live stream or answer on Discord. But follow our socials. That basically sums it up. I think we kind of got a little bit under an hour. So thank you all for sticking this through. Really appreciate it. And let's hope you have a fantastic semester. Let's go! All right. Thank you all for streaming in. You have a good one.
The transitions were off everybody was saying that too.
I have the long cuts.
I know. One of my friends, JD, looks exactly like
Have you seen the
He does.
He does have to look at me. It's really amazing. I was inspired.
JD's kind of
It's okay. I mean, it's online. What do you expect? And there's no pizza.
I think we save money, bro. We save money.
No,
It's a big frugal, guys.
we pay you back.
I know. I don't know if I make them.
But some people like having their stuff day out.
It's like I like to go to I'm okay with going there. Oh, on campus.
Yeah.
Bro, why does it give you say I just
I'm the average height for it.
You're really proud of yourself.
I am the top developer.
He's average in other areas. That's all that matters, bro.
No.
Intelligence. I'll say about intelligence. I don't know what you're talking about. Kimchi Crusader, bro.
Damn, I see the resemblance to you guys. I see my mom's right there.
What the hell?
Did you stop streaming?
I like that name.
This is
Bye, y'all. Been on the stream. No, it's just 14. You can't see who's watching.
No, like how many? Sorry, not.
Oh, they don't record the peak.
She said she wants to. 68, I remember.
Oh, we'll see the YouTube analytics afterwards.
Oh, that's